Hi, this is Dr. John Davila of Custom Chiro Solutions. We're here with Dr. Fred DiDomenico of Elite Coaching, and we're here talking about principled cash. One of the funniest things that I want to tell a story about in working with Fred was the first time I ever went to him and said, "Hey, Fred, I have this program which I could go ahead and show people how to discount." And he looked at me like I had like a third eye. Like, what do you mean discount? No, man, it's all about value. It's all about value. Value, he kept telling me. I'm like, yeah, I get it. But then again, what we want to be able to do is explain the difference between being Walmart versus Zales. Right? Because Walmart, you're selling something at $1 loss so you can get 10 other people at a $3 gain and try and make money that way. That's not what we're talking about value. Right. As compared to Zales, where their value for their product starts at their initial price and then they reverse discount up to some number that isn't real of their, what we'll call, I don't know, MSRP, right? Manufacturer's suggested retail price. So what I wanted to do is ask you, when it comes down to value, does it not make sense to go ahead and make it easy to sell something? Like to say that my value is this, but if you don't want to pay the way I want you to pay, I'm going to make you pay more?
Well, yeah, I mean, and we've talked about this many times, because people want to go to cash. We have this insurance price, but we give this. And the thing is, we, as a profession, I almost feel like we justified, let's make it affordable. When in reality, affordable, and I've learned this through experience as well and through coaching hundreds of doctors, affordable doesn't always create a great patient. Find out what that patient's value is, what they value in their life, and money is never an issue. And the reality is, it shows that the most powerful resource is human emotion. It's not money. Money is not a resource, it's human emotion that's a resource. And when we tap into what matters to a person, people have the money.
Right.
And it doesn't matter what demographic, because people say, well, in my area, you always get in my area. Well, and the first thing I say, in your area, do kids have braces? Are there women that are getting plastic surgery? And in every demographic there are.
You keep going down the list.
Yeah,
they buy gas, they have a car. Yeah, exactly.
So what we're focusing on is how to find the value and create the value for your care, rather than make it affordable and discount your prices.
Right, so that's the conversation I had with Fred, and he played right into that. But let me ask you this. Is there a difference in cost?
So I didn't answer your question.
You did answer my question, you told me no. So here's the thing, right? The question that I really am bringing him to is there a difference in cost to collect someone as a prepay versus someone who pays by the month?
No.
There's no difference? Yeah, there are costs. The cost of...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, is there hard
the cost of processing that? Yeah. Oh, I get it, like overhead.
Right,
so I'm a little slow.
Overhead, things like that, right? Not just overhead.
It's time and energy.
Right, and plus you have attrition.
Right.
And sometimes you collect a little bit less on the backside on things like that. Correct. So would it not make sense to have a price that is your true value for a prepay?
Got it.
And then a legal way to go ahead and have a different price for someone who pays by the month, so you can cover that attrition and that cost and everything else.
Yeah, there's definitely, we work that out in our programs, right? There's finance fees. That's what finance fees covers. They cover the cost of processing.
Right, and that's how we ended up getting together in this process, because after years and years and years of me talking to Fred about, well, discounts, he's like, I don't want to give discounts. No, that's not really discounts. Patients hear discount and they're like, oh, okay, I'm getting a deal. When in reality, what we've done is work with Fred, especially I love the way he talks about function and value for patients, and patients are the value exactly what they're getting. The difference is that now what we've created is a value for, within our compliant coupons, a value for what they're gonna buy. The only difference is now, do they want to prepay or do they want to pay by the month? And that difference is really the cost of doing business. And now legally you can give them a discount to get down to the lowest component, but that lowest component isn't a discount downwards. It's actually a starting point, and then we add those fees on top to be able to get to a normal fee. That way, every care plan you sell matches the value that we've been talking about the entire time, which is totally opposite of everything else we see. The interesting point that we found, and I told Fred this, he didn't believe me, but it's true, 92% of the people that come to us when we review their care plan sell a care plan that loses money.
That's true, we've seen that a lot.
And they don't even realize it. So they'll just, I'll work harder. And it doesn't make any sense to do that. So really what we want to be able to do is get people to understand, if you have someone to help you create care plans and understand the dollar value and the cost, and then I didn't even get to the whole idea of value yourself. like trying to sell something that's not yours. Can you sell something that's not yours?
So you have to own it.
You have to own it.
You have
So
to live it.
yeah, so instead of going out and getting someone else's fee schedule, what if we helped you to understand what it takes to create one for yourself, and then build that into your care plans? It becomes, hey, why do you charge so much? Oh, well, because it's my cost. People can smell that certainty as compared to, well, you see, I took my friend's fee schedule and it's the average in the area, and they can smell that as not theirs, is it?
Right.
So what we're trying to do is take Fred's stuff and reverse engineer it into a fee schedule that makes sense, but not discount downwards.
Well, and what I'd like to add, and I think this is parallel with your point, is any business, it's price per unit. So a unit is a patient. So when you know your cost per patient, because what people do is they don't know the value per unit. And so what they do is they give away all these things and they realize that they're really under their cost. And so when you understand your cost per unit per patient, and then you look at your profit. So if your overhead goes up, what people do is they add staff, but they don't raise their fees. So people raise their overhead and they don't raise their fees. So actually you're making less.
Correct.
You're giving away more.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why you don't have any money or you feel like a nonprofit organization.
Yeah, exactly. A 501c3.
Right.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. So what we're trying to do is we help people to figure that out. And that's the beauty of what Fred's talking about here, is if you get this program, Fred's going to show you how to be able to create that value. And then we're going to show you the easiest way to compliantly make it fit and avoid any issues with the federal government. Exactly. So if you want more information, there's a link below. Go ahead and click it, and we'll make sure that we get our information to you and work with you as quickly as possible. Thanks, Fred.